Who does it say his most recent Colorado employer was?
University of Colorado, Denver.
And what does it say the job was?
Graduate student.
And then there's some information about the employer. How about the address below that? What does that say?
The physical street
Well,
address?
the physical address of the employer. In other words, where it says Colorado employer mailing address, underneath that is a street address.
Physical street address, the RC-1-N MS 8315, room 7107.
Okay, now if you go down below that, it has a first day you worked and a last day you worked. What are those?
First day you worked was June 13th, 2011. Last day you worked was June 13th, 2012.
And then there's a payment. How much does it say the person was paid?
$2,166.67.
And then there's a question that says how many hours you worked. What is that?
40
And then that 2166.67. What is that per?
per month.
All right. If we go down a little bit farther, keep going. Keep going. Thank you. It says reason that you did you give notice before you quit? Right. What is that? Actually, I'm sorry. The top of that. Why did you stop working? What does that say? It's underneath the 40 hours a week.
Quit.
Quit. And then underneath that, it talks about giving a reason and giving notice. There's a question that says, what reason did you give? What does that question say, and what was the response put in there?
Due to working conditions such as pay, hours, duties, supervision.
Actually, no. There's a line that says, what reason did you give for quitting? Give the details. See where that is?
Pursuing other interests and lack of passion for research topics.
Okay. And then there's a note underneath that, but next underneath that is explain the conditions. Can you read that question out and then read what the answer was?
It asks, explain the conditions that made you quit. Please give as many details as you can. And the answer was lack of interest, duties too social, different perspectives on scientific research approaches.
And then lastly on this page, there's another line that says, what did you do to try to work things out? What is the answer to that?
The answer is attempted to change demeanor to act more socially and to be more articulate. However, was unable to change shy/reserved personality.
And if we could go to the next page, please. And go to the top of that, please. And yeah, if we could, that's a little too much of a zoom. What does that say? It says, what reason did you give your employer for quitting? Give us the details. If you did not give a reason, please write that. What does that say?
It says pursuing other interests and lack of passion for research topics.
And if we could go to the next section, but see where it says, please give us more information, if that could be the top, please. So there's a question there that says, how did the working conditions risk your health, safety, and or morals? If there was no risk to your health, safety, and morals, please say so. What does it say to that?
No risk to health, safety, or morals.
Can I have a moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
There's a question here that says, how long do these conditions exist? What's the answer to that?
Since beginning the graduate work.
Okay.